Remember a particular situation that made me make this crap post earlier this year? Yeah, quite the rough times for anime fans. However, those who sought an English dub of the original series, myself included, finally got their wish, and it made a nice Christmas present. Not only that, but more great news for fans of the franchise had come. Plus, I hadn't reviewed an anime TV show for so long, meaning this is the perfect chance to change that. Before my puberty becomes a syndrome, I got a spoiler alert right here to patch up scars before they even show up. Warm up your bed and put on your bunny ears, as I ought to have quite the experience in hope that I don't fall asleep. Hey, I'm Owen the Fictionboy, and here's my review on Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. We begin the story on May 29th with a man named Sakata Azusagawa waking up from a hazy dream and seeing how he wrote down in his journal that on May 6th, he met a high school senior wearing a bunny costume, yet the name couldn't be seen in the journal. Then we go to that day as teen celebrity Mei Sakurajima was wearing that costume in hopes someone would see her, yet only Sakata noticed her and she wanted him to forget what he witnessed. She's been going to high school during her break from her TV and commercial acting career, but the more time flew by, the more people were forgetting her existence, making her believe she has something called puberty syndrome. Sakata even showed scars he got on his chest regarding an incident he and his sister, Kaede, had to prove the superstition. Ryo Futaba, a school scientist that could technically be considered Sakata's doctor, tried explaining the situation via quantum mechanics and the Schrödinger's cat paradox, despite seeing puberty syndrome as a myth, for the time being anyways. As Sakata had been hanging out with Mei, he learns her conflict is with her manager, who's also her mother, as she wanted her to put on a bikini Mei wasn't comfortable with wearing. The two leads then get in a sticky situation about what should be on the news, and their relationship status begins as they are and aren't dating, with Sakata not being able to kiss Mei or even sleep next to her on the same bed. Upon hearing two of his peers have now forgotten Mei, Sakata knew sleeping was the source of Mei's problem. Sakata wrote about his encounter with Mei in his journal and tried hard not to fall asleep by using methods like stabbing himself with a pencil and consuming energy drinks, though when studying for midterm exams with Mei, she induced him into taking sleeping pills, thanking him for his efforts. While Sakata woke up forgetting Mei, a kanji in his exam triggered his memories of studying with her. Went outside to confess his love for her. She couldn't believe he forgot her or chose to announce his love, and she told the truth about the syndrome. Even though Mei's problem was solved, a new one came as Sakata was experiencing June 27th more than once, going through a time loop and needing to find Laplace's demon. He found out the demon was from Tomo, a girl he had a kicking incident with from the pilot. Unfortunately, when Mei sees them together, she assumes that Sakata and Tomo were dating now, and worse, that day was when the time loop ended, and now they are lying their way through with a fake relationship. After a period of fibbing, Meizawa taunted Sakata and Tomo. The two men nearly fought, only for Sakata to humiliate Meizawa. Tomo thanked him for standing up to her, and even though they vowed to be friends once they stopped pretend dating, Sakata experiences another time loop reliving July 18th, and June 27th happens again with one tiny change via Mei kissing Sakata on the cheek. Things got stranger when Sakata meets a middle schooler named Shoko Makinohara, reminding him of a girl with the same name he fell in love with back then, and he welcomed her to his home so her stray cat could be treated with care. Apparently, Sakata saw Ryo without glasses and her hair up, and later, he and Mei noticed there are actually two Ryos existing at once due to quantum teleportation, as the Rio that Sakata doesn't know had been posting risque photos of herself online. To get both personalities in the same body, the Rios watched fireworks with Sakata, and the OG had a phone chat with her clone. While that was resolved, if Sakata not being able to date Mei because of her actress job wasn't bad enough, she and her half-sister, Nadaka Toyohama, somehow swapped bodies. This meant the half-sisters had to spend a while in each other's shoes, as Nadaka is a member of a girl band. Nadaka being Mei for a commercial was a failure, yet Mei was the star as Nadaka in her girl band performance, much to Nadaka's horror, having her want to make her drown in Mei's body. Nevertheless, Nadaka's friends and family were worried for her, and Mei helping Nadaka embrace herself, no matter what expectations from others were, made the half-sisters return to their normal bodies. Nadaka living with Mei may be nice, and so is Sakata and Mei's relationship being public, but Sakata's worries weren't over. Kaede made a list of goals she wanted to achieve by the end of the year, and even got some silly time with Sakata, yet upon seeing Kotimi Kano, Kaede didn't recognize her because she had lost her memories of the past. Due to the incident I mentioned earlier, which is cyberbullying, Kaede got psychogenic amnesia, leading to Sakata's scars and the mother being unable to accept what happened. The siblings going to school didn't work out well, yet seeing the panda exhibit cheered Kaede up. Eventually, Kaede reverted to her normal self for the cost of her recent memories, causing Sakata to have a breakdown, and the new Kaede having new goals didn't make Sakata feel any better. This was so much for him that he couldn't deal with both Shokos having completely disappeared and didn't even know Mei's birthday. Sakata then met up with Mei where she was filming and went on an impromptu date by getting a view of the city before midnight. Just when you think the two would kiss on the lips, Mei hurts Sakata's cheek. His life with his friends go by, and after he helped Kaede pack their bags from the hospital, Kaede was interested in going to school, for real, knowing she isn't alone, and that's where the series, or at least that part of it, concludes. This was certainly quite the series, as I had a great time watching it despite having seen the last two movies in the high school arc before seeing the show. The drama was quite hard to sit through, but in a good way. Maybe not as much so as, say, Your Lie in April, but still. Mei makes for a great secondary protagonist. Her harming Sakata is pretty funny. I love Kaede with her bubbly voice and referring to herself in third person. The English cast did their job of dubbing the characters. I got invested in the series' puberty syndrome, as I want to know what other crises it can create. And one detail I like is depending on the manga that's being adapted for the 2 or 3 episode tale, the girl it's about would be in the credits. So what are the qualms? Sakata isn't the worst lead, yet him being dirty makes me question whether I should root for him or not. I ain't exactly fond of Tomo. I'll undoubtedly miss the cheery Kaede, and I know this is just the beginning of the high school arc, but I hoped Sakata and Mei would actually kiss in the finale. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is a great anime for teens to witness so they can learn about handling problems they and their loved ones are going through, so I will be giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm glad I recently got into the franchise, and although the first movie dub is coming soon, being able to see the entire first arc makes me all the more anticipated for the second one. There's more in store for you this season. Would you kindly give a like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications? Also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of videos that are yet to come. Adios amigos, and have a brighty lighty nighto!